In this video, we'll discuss the different biomedical engineering applications related to bioelectricity. One of the most well-known biomedical engineering technologies is the electroencephalogram, also known as an EEG. An EEG is an instrument that records brain electrical activity. Since, since brain cells communicate with each other through electrical impulses, EEGs are commonly used to help detect potential problems such as epilepsy and seizures. Let's review the setup of the EEG schematic. In Figure A on the left, you can see the diagram of the recording experiment. The head of the test subject is in the center, facing the simulation screen, which is playing a video. As the subject watches the video, there will be electrical activity that will be stimulated and then measured by the 64 electrodes in the recording cap. As the electrical signal is collected, it is then passed through amplifiers, which amplifies the recorded signal, and then through noise filters, which will remove any residual recording artifacts. Lastly, the data will be transferred to the storage device for further analysis. Without going into too much technical detail, it is immediately obvious to the reader of this figure that there are clear differences in EEG readings between a non-seizure state and an active seizure state. It is obvious that during a seizure, the electrical activity is taking place at a much higher frequency and a much higher amplitude compared to the non-seizure state. This is what makes EEGs so powerful as a diagnostic tool for seizures and other conditions. Another common biomedical engineering application for studying bioelectricity is actual powerful computer simulations. Many of you may be familiar with computer simulations in regards to mechanical engineering, such as seen here. In this figure, stress is being applied to a rotating joint to simulate a working environment and to predict the breaking point of the mechanical joint. Similarly, biomedical engineers extensively use computer simulations to simulate and predict different conditions on cellular action potentials. The two most common simulators are called Metaneuron and SimNeuron. In the next video, you will use Metaneuron in the hands-on experimental portion of this module to run simulations on action potentials.